Andrew's riding the winner again. But hello, welcome back to the finishing line. Proudly sponsored by Hollywood Bets. And I realised something coming down the road. I need a different intro. I don't like that intro. That's your intro. It is.
Pull up now, and I pull one out of my arse.
Yeah, no, I have to think up one.
Do you know how long they take to make?
No, what I'm saying.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
Do you want a different intro that says the same thing as what you have to say? Welcome back to the show. Yeah. The name of the show and the name of our sponsor.
Off the top of your head.
I didn't think of it yet.
Off the top of your head. Go. Pressure's on. Hello, am I going to finish line? He's sponsored by Hollywood Bets.
Yeah. We have Worst Boss Ever, a.k.a. the Golf Dodger. And we have...
Oh, no. Whoa now.
I'm not finished. I'm doing my intro. We have Wino Tom, a.k.a. French Kevin Blake.
Wino Tom, French Kevin Blake.
I'll tell you, I'm very happy with that, lads.
We have to change our names on Instagram now.
Downer Dave and Andrew has now nicknamed me the Racing Posh.
The Racing Posh he is now.
As I said, I'm all posh and stuff in the flat season.
Who needs the Racing Josh when you have the Racing Posh?
Mr. Prawn Sandwiches himself.
Oh, yeah.
Still waiting for Rishi Prasad to answer me as to what he thinks about the jockeys being jocked off for Frankie Dettori.
Forget about that now. More
completely
better things in hand. Mr. I can only play golf one morning a week.
No, I never said that.
Dave, want to play golf Monday after 5 o'clock? No, working. Tuesday? No, working. Wednesday? No, working. Thursday? No, working. Friday? No, working. Saturday? No, riding. Sunday? No, swimming.
I'm self-employed. I can take time off. But Andrew, he's the Golf Dodger now, Tom, because he got me to get clubs and start playing golf and then gave up playing golf.
I have a bit of common sense. I don't want to play golf in the middle of winter when it's pissing rain out and it's cold.
It's quite similar, really, in the fact of what you did when you were going to Cheltenham but didn't turn up. That kind of thing, like.
When the horse didn't run, yeah, and I couldn't be asked staying in England for a week.
When we went to Punchestown and we're staying in the same hotel and you didn't in fact stay in the hotel, you can't say.
And he wasn't going
you weren't drinking and then you went out with your other friends. So that quite similar type thing.
Oh, horse racing friends.
It was more convenient for me to stay elsewhere.
So yeah,
I don't think I ever got charged for that hotel, which is weird.
The real issue here is I haven't played in the last few weeks, been too busy, but I've been practicing through the winter and Andrew is afraid to play me.
No, I'm not. Playing in the winter is totally different than playing in the summer.
Tom, who do you think is going to win between us when he eventually puts his shoes on and stops being a little bitch?
I'll tell you next week.
I'll go for you, Dave.
That's like batting your trotting. You just lost money.
Andrew's cousin, who's like nearly a professional, also picked me.
Yeah,
that's because he loves annoying me.
He still picked me.
I guarantee you, I'll have €100 right now. I'll beat you.
Who won between?
Put your money where your mouth is. €100 right now. I beat you.
You don't have €100.
There's none of this mulligans off the tee. If you slice the deal, no mulligans, no nothing. We play off the left. What do you mean? You hit about 4 shots off the tee. That's my first shot.
As soon as your the head goes when he hits a bad shot.
This coming from you.
I'd say he has.
I have him in my pocket already, and he doesn't even know it.
He has 7 drivers in the bag. He's using different ones all the time.
When are you playing? Can you play on a weekend?
And the 3 was.
We'll play next week.
You should play on a weekend, and I'll come with the 2 of you. I'll caddy.
Okay, and you can be the score taker and legit what happens, and we'll have a fair score. But I'm telling you, he'll cancel.
If you could, I've got my in-laws coming down on this Saturday. If you could make it this Saturday, just saying, lads, you'd be doing me a massive favour.
It'll be.
Can't have cups.
I have to go to a match, or I don't have enough head and shoulders to wash my hair, so I have to go to Boots or some sort of fucking.
Some of us still have 3 kids and have things to do outside of work.
Head, shoulders.
Some of us can't. No, you just need heads. No, you shoulders. Remember that there? Yeah. I don't have the luxury of going home after work and sitting down.
And we should do the 28th. The Saturday the 28th, early in the morning, because I've got afternoon plans.
Don't worry about us, Tom.
Yeah, you fitting around me, you'd be all right.
Yeah, you're the umpire, so yeah.
Comment below who you think will actually win. Write down them now, and we're gonna call everyone out that picks Dave.
We'll see.
I'll get some content as well for the channels. I'll enjoy that.
I will bet on this. I'd gladly put my money where my mouth is. You have yet to even get close to beating me.
Let's go 25 euro.
Easiest 25 euro I'll ever make.
Okay. On that
Head will
note,
be gone after the night.
have a good weekend. No.
Racing shot, good luck.
The race is actually good this
Let's
weekend. We have the Irish Guineas weekend, some trials for Royal Ascot at Haydock. Haydock's not the best track in the world, but they're decent races. And we're going to York for one race as well. York is a pretty decent track. It was a good couple of weeks at York 2 weeks ago with the Dante Festival. So, anything else to talk about before we get into the race?
You're the host, not my problem.
Tom, any news?
Cool Arcade runs tomorrow.
Lump on?
Should be fav. Wouldn't say lump on. But yeah, hopefully runs a nice race. He'll come on for the run as with all of his, but we'll see.
Did you see I tagged you on Facebook? It's something. Have a look at that when I finish this.
What is it?
It's funny.
The other thing, hang on, it's right here, so let's have a look.
Share now with the viewers.
Animals getting stuck. McFeast. I'm not even watching the video. I'm not even watching.
What is it? The sheep getting thrown into something?
Oh, it's McFeast. It's a horse and his head is in a bin.
That horse, lads, we were in Henry's the other day, right? And that horse, they were going around the sand gallop and they did plenty. And every horse, the whole string came off. It was really hot. They were sweating there, their heads down, they were blowing. McFeast walked past us, chest out, head up in the air, ears pricked, dodging along like this. I said the ability he has is unbelievable. But frustrating horse. The other news, as I just said before we came on, is this Kieran Cotter case. It leads us nicely into it. The chat we were having last Sunday on Talking Points. I think we'll save it for Talking Points. I haven't read it. I just heard it there on another podcast. But sounds like a serious case involving cobalt, which is a performance-enhancing drug.
Really said cocaine there.
It is.
Yeah, well,
different kind of sand gallops that is.
But yeah, proper performance-enhancing drugs, and I think the transcript, because they went and raided not raided the yard. They went and did random testing at the yard unannounced, and what happened there is very interesting. And he's been fined 27.5 grand and 7.5 grand in costs, which is very, very substantial for an Irish case. So, yeah, I think some of the quotes out of it are interesting as well. So we'll get them for Talking Points. That's what Talking Points is there for. We'll go through that.
It's a fine few euros, all right, isn't it? 27,000.
Is it really when you drug up a horse?
Yeah, well, you don't have them anymore. You have to pay him out.
I think stuff like that, I don't know. I think there should be suspensions of licenses.
That's what I was going to say. Did you not get a ban on it?
I never know. Maybe it's on the way or something.
Imagine if it was a person doing it. 9 month suspension straight away.
Benoit Della Sniff. He was gone for 9 months.
Good old Benoit. Oh, you're hanging around Frankie. He's hanging around Frankie Dettori too much.
He's a good jockey too, that young fella. He's banging in the winners. Shane Murphy is, I don't know where he is.
He's a legend. He just does what he wants.
Yep.
He came up. I was watching. I think I said this. I was watching the South African racing there a while back, and he came up there in Cape Town, chilling out, enjoying himself on the TV.
He's dead right too.
He's a lad that just presents himself like couldn't give a shit. So laid back, he's horizontal.
His videos on Twitter when he was talking about the races on his way home are very good.
He's very open and honest.
Not sure he should be on the phone making videos when they're driving.
He's not driving. He's
another story anyway.
He's a driver.
Anyway, we're off to Haydock first, and the Sandy Lane Stakes, a Group 2. Can you do the for the betting for me? It's up there.
There you go, David.
The Sandy Lane Stakes. It's a trial for the Commonwealth Cup. It's actually ended up being a decent race the last couple of years, and the Commonwealth Cup at Royal Ascot has turned out to be a good addition. We have El Caballo, who won at Newcastle All-Weather Championships. You know that thing? I actually quite like that, mate.
Sand gallops.
on the Sand
Hate
Gallops.
Newcastle
The
as
ho-
an all-weather track.
He is favoured. He was not favoured this morning, but Hugh Taylor put him up as anti-post bet for Royal Ascot, and now he's favoured for this race as well. Go Bears Go, who Andrew's going to pick. I just know he will. Flaming Rib,
Correct.
another fast horse who won at Chester recently, I think. Noble Truth, Lusail, who is 6th in the Guineas. Couture, Wings of War, Ever Given, another horse that won at Chester, and then some Rags outsiders. Andrew, you may as well tell us why Go Bears Go is going to win.
It's easy to say you know I'm going to pick him when you can see it right in front of you. On
I
the
know,
screen.
I didn't see it. I just know you're going to pick him.
Well, David, the reason I'm going to pick him, he was a very good winner when we were up in Punchestown at Ascot, going from the front.
Was actually, yeah.
So, look, he's a round kind of horse, so I think he's going to come on for that. Last season, he was highly tried in a lot of Group 1s. He went off short for a lot of them. He was second in the Juvenile Tour Sprint and in good old US of A as well. So he's very solid form. He's one out off Perfect Power as well in the Middle Park. Look, he always promised to be a decent horse, a group performer horse, which I believe he's still going to grab his big day in the sun. Jeez, my phone's ringing. Apologies now. Turn that off. But yeah, look, the way he goes about it, you can ride him anywhere. You can hold him up off the pace. You can put him in from the front. A track like Haydock, I think it won't be any disadvantage if you're up near the pace in a track like this. I think he's a fair price. I was expecting to be about 6-4, 7-4 range, a 5-2. No, I think that's a fair price. Race fitness on the side as well. The favourite, I don't really like horses coming off the all weather, and then you have to try transition to the turf. So look, I know Hugh Taylor put him up, but that's the price gone out of him, so I won't be going anywhere near him. I think Flaming Rib is probably the dangerous more. Showed improvement for his comeback run this season when he beat Kings Lynn Chester. He does need to come on again, look, on the reins to play a part in this, but he could be a danger. I think the price is a bit short though. He was 7th when I'm betting up for this. He's 4s now. But yeah, I think Go Bears Go, he'll take a bit of beating in this now. I'm shocked at the price.
Tom, who are you thinking?
Yeah, look, respect the favourite. He's looked very much a horse to follow. Carl Burke is absolutely flying, so I think that massively helps. The one I'm going for is Lusail. Thought he ran a decent race in the Guineas, finished 6th, only beaten 5 and a quarter lengths. Didn't get the best of runs through that race. If you go back to his race before that, come back this season, 2nd at Newbury behind Perfect Power. He's formed back over 6 furlongs. I think they're doing the right thing with him here. He's had 4 runs, 3 wins, including 2 Group 2s. Yeah, I think the 6 next to his name. I think if he'd have finished a couple of places closer, everyone would be saying, "Oh, he ran really well in the Guineas." But I think he ran really well in the Guineas, but still only finished 6th. So I think he's overpriced here. I think he's a pretty decent each way bet, to be honest, back in this country.
Yeah, for me, I respect Go Bears Go. I think the favourite has a good chance. The horse he beat at Newcastle, although it was the all-weather, has come out last week and Frank that form, Tiber Flow, and I would be positive he's probably a Commonwealth Cup horse as well. And Cal Burke has talked the horse up. He would need to win this to be winning a Commonwealth Cup unless he doesn't act on the track, but should really be winning. But the one I'm going for is the same as Tom. It's Lusail each way. I think the Guineas is a good Guineas this year. Curragh is very good. Native Trail is very good. Luxembourg, although he's injured, is very good. I don't think it's any issue being beaten by those horses. I also don't think he stays a mile. Dropping back and trip is the right way to go with this horse. Richard Hand's been banging in the winners all year, and I think you're probably going to get around 6-1. I think he's too big of a price. So Lusail for me as well.
Yak.
No, he's a yak. The next race, we'll stick with Haydock, and it's the Temple Stakes. Group 2, 5 furlongs for the sprinters again, and kind of a trial for that fast race at Ascot.
They were
The King's Stand, that's the one.
it's in front of you.
Oh, very good. Now, so you're ahead of the curve there. Well done. That's the name of a horse also. Winter Power's favourite,
Also, yeah.
6-4. Twilight Calls, 92. Came from the Dark, 5-1. Cadem, who is the strangest, most annoying horse in all of training, in my opinion, 8-1. King's Lynn, 8-1. And then it's 12-1 Bar. Tom, you can take us first on this one. Is Winter Power going to kick out and go pillar to post?
Look, he could do. He could well do, in fairness. But at 6-4, I'd probably take him on. She. There you go. That's how much I know about Winter Power. I've always thought that horse was a gelding or a colt, but there we go. The one I'm going to stick with, I've got to stick with King's Lynn. Literally.
He'll eventually win for you, Tom.
Love this horse.
He's going to win it.
You thought you would ask on. I thought that'd be the day you give up on.
The day in the Wokingham last year, I just thought he had to turn up and win after the run he got earlier in the week, and then he got exactly the same run again. Absolutely sickening that was, because he should have won that, really. One run at Haydock, one win at Haydock, second on his seasonal reappearance, and I think he'll go very close. In fairness, he has won 3 times, but I think you can bank on him to be thereabouts and placed at least, and then on to Royal Ascot.
You froze there for a minute, Tom, or else we froze.
Oh, the noise stopped anyway from Andrew. So, I think
you're the choking back the water there, not me.
No, I was just saying I think King's Lynn will be placed at least, and then on to Royal Ascot. So yeah, King's Lynn each way for me.
Andrew, you going with the favourite?
No, not.
Oh, okay.
I think he's going to set it up for Came from the Dark. A horse that loves break end gallop, I say sprint, whatever you want to do. In races like these, he always pops up. He had a comeback run at Newmarket the last day, and on that day, look, we know ourselves, Newmarket was playing to a lot of front runners be up at the pace the last few meetings, so his running style didn't really suit that day, but he did run on again at the finish. I think this is going to be run to suit back on a more conventional track. Tom Marquand is on board, really like him on him. I can see him coming there really, really strong at the finish. Look, there's been a lot of rain forecast for this week, so look, he goes on good to firm, too heavy. His form on it all. I think he's fair price. He was 8-1 when I was looking at last night. He's 5-1 now. Still with that, I think the race is going to be run to suit. Winter Power. Okay, first run back of the season, she's going to have bigger targets ahead. I think with Ascot in mind, she might just need a run and she might have a blowout. She probably been the top 3 with her class. But I think with a run under his belt, I think Came from the Dark could be coming there really strong at the finish. And at worst, I think he'd place.
Yeah, I think Winter Power's race will probably be the Nunthorpe again, that fast 5 furlongs at York. Ascot doesn't seem to suit her either. I'll take her on and I'll go for the same horse as Andrew. I thought he would have a decent chance in the King's Stand last year. I'm pretty sure he got injured. He was progressing at the start of last year, even as a 5-year-old. The run last time wouldn't worry me. Andrew touched on the way Newmarket was running, and his first run of the season hasn't been great the last couple of years. So he really wasn't even put into the race last time either. He was held out the back. So strong pace here at Haydock. She'll go off like the clappers. I could see him travelling nicely, and I think he's a good each way bet.
I agree with you, David. Or should I say there isn't posh? Let's go to stick.
We're off the York.
Go on a stick.
The 3:30 Bronte Cup Filly Stakes. Group 3. Search for a Song is favourite here, 5-2. Whether she runs or not, we don't know. Then you Believe in Love, 7-2. Silence Please, 5-1. Mighty Blue, Joseph O'Brien's horse, stables in flying form, 5-1. Eileen Dover,
yeah,
7-1.
Yeah, you did.
Urban Artist, 7-1. Glen Artney 7-1 and 14-1 Bar.
You leaned over and she said silence, please.
Will I bet?
Hey, he's gone now. I got him.
Will
Go on.
I leaned over end up with a John up Emily?
Oh, wow. Well played. I'm more flustered now. No, by the way.
Give us the winner.
I don't like her as a really racehorse. She flatters to deceive a lot of times.
See, that's been said about her a few times, all right.
Ah, yeah. But I really
You're really flustered now.
I really like the chance of Silence, please.
Is that what I leaned over said?
No, she said louder, please. Oh, God, now. Where is she? Yeah.
Just tip the favourite and come on, will you?
Oh, I'm tipping Silence, please, Mr. Value. Look, she had her first run away from Jessica Harrington this season. She got absolutely no luck and run. She went off 2-1. She was third. She has some very good form last year for Jessie. She was third behind Search for a Song. Oh, I don't imagine she'd run here after last week.
I don't think so either.
She was fourth in Grade 2 at Dovell. Second behind Tanawa in the Group 3, I think it was at Cork, and she was 5.5 lengths seventh in the Pretty Poly Stakes at the Curragh last year. Look, I think she's going to be hard to beat. She comes on a small bit from that run. The last day, her form is up there with the best of them. I think 5-1 is a great price, considering that I've nearly full short Search for Songs not been running this. So yeah, I think she has a cracking chance in this. Going on her back form from last year with Jessica Harrington, it's up there with the best, if not the best, when you take out Search for a Song. And I think 5-1 now, if you really fancy it, I'd take the 5-1 now.
Yeah, I'll go next, and I'm going to side with Joseph O'Brien's filly. She went off favourite for it last year, and ran okay, but Stable's in flying form this year. Joseph's like 18-19% in the last 2 weeks. It's banging in the winners. With the way the betting is at the moment, Search for a Song still in there. You're getting 5-1 about Mighty Blue. She'll probably be 2-1, 3-1 on the day. Dual Purpose filly. She's had a run, she's fit, so I think she's a good each way bet at that price, especially with the stable going so well. Tom?
Yeah, it's Urban Artist for me. I think she's gone well a couple of times, went fresh, including this race last year when she was second. Hughie Morrison's going well. You know she stays, and yeah, I'll give her a good chance.
Keep going. Give me a chance to change races. Quick, keep going for a second.
We're going off to the Curragh now for the Irish Guineas Festival. There's a couple of Group 2s, and then obviously the big races then as well. The first one is on Saturday. It's the 2:45 at the Curragh, and it's the Greenland Stakes, the Group 2 for the sprinters.
I don't have that.
We don't have betting for this, but some of the horses entered are KCU, who's turned out to be a top-level sprinter. Brad the Brief won his last race. Glen Shield, former Group 1 winner. Gustavus Weston, Majestic Colt, great name. Make a Challenge, who's a stalwart. There's another good word now.
Indies. So I can't get over how posh you're gone. Ever since Punchestown is over, you're like a different person.
I'd like try and take Rishi's Prasad's job, and then I'm fucking out of here. Anyway. I'll just wave bye-bye to you so quickly you won't even see me.
Why would you take me? You don't care.
No, I just said I'm waving bye-bye. You won't even see me.
It's a bit harsh.
Thanks, Dave.
No, Tom, I didn't say anything about you.
Oh, okay. I'll come with you. Fantastic.
Yeah, Pimlico. You're the only guy. You just dodge golf all the time. You're no use to me.
I stuck by you and you were nearly dead.
I probably still am. Moss Tucker, Power Under Me, Quarantine Dreams, Rohan has entered. Teresa Mendoza, Twilight Spinner. Again, Joseph's horse won very well the last day.
Joseph O'Brien's #1 fan right next to me.
Mo Kalita, Volatile Analyst, and Lustown Baba. Tom,
no, hold up now. Just put up Lustown Baba and get us all out of the way. Tom,
we'll give you first whack at this.
I would love to see a case of you reproduce his foreign form back at the Curragh and win this raid on McGuinness. To give a couple of pounds away, the one I'm going to go for is Glen Shield. Has run twice at the Curragh, has won and been fourth, including this race last year. Has had a prep run this year, hadn't had a prep run last year. So I'm hoping that can be the key to him. And I think he'll go very well.
His form is more in and out than I need over.
Who, Glen Shield? He's not. That's a bit harsh now.
Not really.
He's normally very consistent. He just went missing for a bit of the middle of the last season, but ran well at Ascot in the end of the season.
He's very consistent. He just went missing for half a season.
I wouldn't be the biggest fan of Glen Shield myself, Tom. I know he's won a Grade 1 and he runs well. But, to be fair, a lot of the sprinters run a couple of decent races, then fall away and then come back.
Yeah.
It's very hard for a sprinter to stay sound all through the year. Andrew, who are you going for?
If a KCO turns up, he should be very, very hard to beat. I'm going on. I don't know if he's going to run here, is he?
It's hard to know.
If he doesn't, if he does, he'd be my pick. I think his form this season, going into the back end of last season, is by and far the best in the field. He looks like he's keep on improving this season, and arguably he's the best sprinter in Europe right now. So he would take some beating here if he turned up. If not, I take a chance with Monista. He had 2 good runs at the start this season. He was the next second behind Power Under Me, and he was third behind Romantic Proposal. His running style, he's a kind of hold up horse, but he stays further than 5. So the Curragh's not the easiest 5 furlongs in the world. It's a bit of a stiff track. And I think the way the race might be run might play into his hand the same way it did when he won the Sapphire Stakes last season. So if all goes to plan, I think he will be coming there late with a strong challenge. Whether he'll win or not now is another thing, but I don't know what price he is. I expect him to be double figure. He'd be a solid each way betting this for me.
Okay. I'm going with Joseph O'Brien again and Twilight Spinner. I do like Lostown Baba. Andrew.
Right there, Kevin.
Andrew's right, but better at 7 furlongs. And I can't see her turn the form around with Twilight Spinner. She was very good the last day. I mentioned before, Twilight Sun, his horses, his babies tend to get better as they get older. She's a 4-year-old now. She's transferred from David O'Mara to Joseph.
Do you try Settler? Try Settler and then just make a balls with all?
No. And I just think
the little grin.
Yeah. I just think Joseph is going
low now. That's low. You know how much that hurt me.
That's a dig at Joseph. That's not a dig at you. It's a dig at
Joseph seems to be going all out on the flat. He mentioned he's getting some of the jumpers. He's dwindling down the jumpers. He's keeping some of them, but wouldn't be training many jumpers going forward. So I think he's the one to watch this year.
Joey O'Brien.
Joey and Dunica.
Jim Mulder's gone very quiet lately as well.
Moving on. Saturday, 3:20. The Curragh.
Sorry. Hold up now. What are we going? Tarsals.
The Tarsals Irish 2,000 guineas. That's Sunday you have up there. That's not the right race.
Sorry. You're meant to be doing this. It's not my job anymore.
I wouldn't say there's betting for it anyway.
Okay, go on.
We're going to say there's no betting for it. I don't think there is.
There is somewhere. Here, you give yourself.
But we don't
He's
have
4 to 11 anyway. 4 to 11 Native Trail.
Okay, so we have an odds-on shot Native Trail 4 to 11.
Where are we going?
Second in the
Guineas?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
No, that's that's
for
Sunday.
the love of God.
Wrong race again. Saturday. We'll get there eventually.
Sorry. Bear with me.
Up. There you go.
You want the betting?
Pimlico. You have on your own race course now, Tom, do you? Pimlico, the 21st of May, the feet, was it? The Preakness.
The Preakness at Pimlico.
At Pimlico.
Yeah.
You didn't tell us you were sponsoring that.
Do you want the betting for this race?
We have it.
You have it. Lovely.
Native Trail.
Technical difficulties.
1 to 3 on. Buckaroo 3 to 1. Ivy League 8 to 1. Wexford Native 20 to 1. Duke de Sessa 25 to 1. Malex 25 to 1. The Acropolis 25 to 1. Can you come down? I'll go through them all.
Wow. Jesus.
New Energy 40 to 1. Atomic Jones 40 to 1. Boundless Ocean and Imperial Fighter 50 to 1. It looks like Native Trails to lose. Tom, are you with the favourite or have you an each way pick to beat him?
1 to 3, Tom.
I'm still a massive fan of Native Trail. Huge
Oh.
fan of him was when he won at the Curragh last year, and I think he was unlucky enough in the Guineas. If he was on the other side, I think he'd have won. To be honest, I think he'll win this. I think he'll win it handy. The each way play for me at 20-1, as you put it, and I'm actually going to go and back this horse today, is Wexford Native. Got beat by Buckaroo last time, but didn't get a clearer to passages. That was only his second run of his life, whereas Buckaroo has got a lot more form in the book. So there's half a chance he'll definitely get a bit close to him, I think. And I think Wexford Native, especially the first three. I mean, you'd imagine this to be maximum kind of 7 runner field. I can see. Yeah, there's going to be at least, I'd say, 3 come out of it. So, I think you're in around that. So if you can get on now, happy days. I think his price is going to contract. I think you'll get a lot more near to single figures than 20-1. So, Wexford Native each way for me.
Andrew, are you gonna play Buckaroo with Eileen Nova?
I'm going for Buckaroo for a Buckaroo good time. I really like the horse.
Yeah, he looks like a nice colt.
I really like him. His run at Leopardstown when he was just touched off by Piz the Deal, who has no chance in the Derby now, thanks to Frankie Dettori.
We'll touch on that Sunday.
Was a really good run, and then he dropped back down and tripped 1 mile over course and distance last time, and he absolutely bolted up. He's a horse to me. It looks like he's improving a lot. Whether he can beat Native Trail or not is another thing. Look, when a horse has an unbeaten run and then he gets beat, the gloss kind of goes off him. There's not much gloss gone off this fella. Look, he was, for all that he's good record in Newmarket, he kind of gets lost going down the hill. So that just goes to show how good of a horse he was. He is, should I say. His win over 7 furlongs here last season was unbelievably good. But I think Buckaroo will put it up to him. He's no slouch himself. He's a big strapping colt. And if he improves again a few pounds, I think Trey's not going to have it all his own way. So I think I might have a little dabble of 3-1 just for the absolute shits and giggles.
Yeah, I thought Buckaroo was a Derby horse, so I'm interested to see them running him here. I hope he does run. It definitely is Native Trails to lose. Agree with Tom. If you swapped Curragh and him, I think he would have won the Guineas. But I'm gonna, and I hope there's 8 runners, so you get 3 places. I'm gonna put up Atomic Jones, Jerline's horse. I think he's too big a price of 40-1. He beat Stone Age last year, who I know Andrew fancies for the Guineas. Now, the last day he was behind him, obviously,
Derby.
at Leopardstown, or the Derby. He was behind him at Leopardstown, but his first run of the season. Boy Wotton Bassett should like the mile trip. And yeah, if you go back to his form last year, he shouldn't be a 40-1 shot, but maybe 4 or 5 of them are run. I hope loads of them don't come out, but we'll see. Andrew has the betting up for Sunday. We're off to Sunday, and the first one is the Tarsals Gold Cup, Group 1 for the older horses. Lord North is in a favour, 6-4. State of Rest, 3-1. Alencar, 7-2. Broome, 6-1. Max Swiney, 8-1. Helvic Dream, 10-1. And 12-1 Bar. Andrew, are you going to go with Lord North?
Nope. I am going with a bigger price. I was disappointed Lafayette wasn't entered. He was meant to go on this. I know he's probably not good enough, but I loved it.
Maybe it's the ground.
But with that, the ground, I'm going to go for Helvic Dream. Winner last year, beating Broome in it. Had a lovely comeback run in the Hollywood Bets alleged stakes, #plug. If you go back and watch that race, he took a huge blow turning in and he ran on strongly again at the finish. I think this has obviously been his target for the start of the season. They've softened the ground the better his chances, and I know Max Sweeney will be the beneficiary of ground deteriorating as well. So I think 2 of them are value in this at the prices they are, but I think Helvic Dream is way too big. I think 10-1 is a ridiculous price. And if 1 or 2 come out, Lord Knight doesn't travel over, you're looking at what, 5-6-1 straight away. Yeah. So I think 10-1 each way. After being backed in for 14, so I was looking at last night. So I think he's an each way bet tonight. I think he's going to be placed at worst.
Tom, you with the favourite or do you have an outsider for us?
No, I'm going to take him on, but not so much with an outsider. Alan Kerr is going to be the one for me. He got the better of Lord North at Lincolnfield, and then was behind him in the Shima Classic, but only beaten a length or so, not beaten too far at all. He's a horse I've liked for a long time. I think coming over to this race is very interesting. Back to 1.25 miles for him. And a major factor is the William Haggis team literally could not be in better form. 16 winners from the last 36 runners, 44% strike rate. They're absolutely flying. So if he sends him over, I would be very interested. And I think 4-1 is a very good bet.
I'm going, depending on the ground, if the ground softens, Andrew already mentioned Max Winey. If it goes soft in the description, I would change my mind and go with Max Winey. But otherwise, I'll be going with Joseph O'Brien again.
Mother of the fine God.
So Joseph O'Brien benefit weekend, and it's State of Rest.
All right, you'll have Kevin Blake's number next, watch.
One in Australia.
Saying Kevin Blake's is a great tipster next, watch.
No. One in Australia, one in France the last day, beating the older horse in France, Scaletti and the likes. Some decent horse over there. I think he'll definitely put it up to Lord North even if he comes over there. Alan Kerr's a nice horse. I think he'll be a better 4-year-old for sure. But the ground is soft, Max Winey. Otherwise, State of Rest. We are on. I'm probably not betting, I'd say, do we?
310 car.
We're on to the 310 to Curragh. It's the Lan Wads Stud Stakes, Group 2, 4-year-old fillies. We have Affable, Diodora, Emphatic Answer, My Holy Fox, weird name, Pearls Galore, Shaboom, Shahada, Thunder Beauty, and Twilight Spinners entered here as well, but I reckon she'd go for the 6 furlong race.
I've no idea, by the way, so.
Dave, will we just say it at the same time?
Pearls Galore.
Okay. One.
Pearls Galore.
Pearls Galore. That one at the same time, me, by the way.
Try it again. I'll
One,
edit it.
2.
Pearls Galore.
Pearls Galore.
Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Pearls Galore.
Pearls Galore. Hey, there we go. Finally.
Anyway, we'll move on to the last race of the weekend. I reckon Pearls Galore will win a grade 1 by the end of the year. Group 1.
I don't think
so. I think you're right, Dave. Yeah. I really like her.
What's wrong with that horse?
That's right.
She's really good, like.
Okay.
Why don't you like her?
Because I like annoying him. See how easy that was.
So miserable sometimes. Really lovely filly, and you're like, don't
lovely
like
filly, yeah.
All right.
Poor filly.
She ran very well at Longshot and Beaven last year. Danced every dance, beating all these horses.
Right, this is what we do. Comment down below if you think Pearls Galore will at Group 1 this season.
Anyway, the Irish 1000 Guineas. Homeless Songs is favourite, 5-2. Tuesday on a Wednesday is 5-2. History 9-2. Purple Pay 8-1.
Tuesday's history because history was yesterday.
Miss Unseen 9-1, very good. Hermana Estrella 10-1. Agartha 12-1. Do we have any more? I'm going to see half the screen.
Jesus Christ above. The whole purpose of you taking over the presentership for the flat season, I don't have to do anything.
Concert Hall 14-1. Panama Red 14-1. Henry the Bromhead's horse 14-1. I'm not even saying the name.
That's mean.
Wild Beauty 14-1 and 20-1 Bar.
If it was a Joseph O'Brien,
I was going to say, Andrew, he hates Henry that much. He won't even say the horse's name now. Like, Jesus.
The horse's name is
Stargirl's Alman. He just broke something.
No, I didn't see the springs.
It didn't sprung.
Keep holding it.
Andrew, who's going to win?
Missy Sense.
Miss Unseen, then, in other words.
Yeah, that one.
Why?
Oh, you give me a chance to tell you. Well, she's good. Now, It's fourth in the fillies mile behind Inspiral and the 2,000 guineas winner.
Cache.
That's the one.
Well done.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I wrote down here. See, Cache.
It's funny that you couldn't fucking pronounce it.
I was looking up here. I was like, why is it not writing there? It was all down here. And your neck in front of Wild Beauty behind her as well. Stop reading my notes. Copy me. Didn't enjoy the track in the Breeders' Cup then, the back end of last year. It was rattling quick round. It was more like concrete than actual turf. So this is going to be a first run of the season, which probably not ideal. But when they're bringing her over here, you'd imagine she's going to be far enough. Back here with a 2-run race, I think she has the form last season to play a big hand here. The favourite was mighty impressive at Leopardstown. The turn of foot she showed, I think a furlong out was really, really good. But I think at a price, I think she's been overlooked a lot. She's 14-1 last night. Well, she's still 14s.
She is
10s, 12s.
10s.
10-1. She's getting a lot of outsiders today. I went back and I watched our races last season. There was a lot of promise in it, and she's a big enough filly that you'll imagine she's going to improve for her 3-year-old career. So she is a very strong each way bet in this, David.
Tom, who's the Irish 1,000 guineas winner?
Look, 9-1. Paddy's listening.
I've got a few in this actually that I quite fancy.
Go on, Tom. Give it four.
If it's not me, it's Andrew.
Sorry.
So at the head of the market, I think Homeless Song, as Andrew said, that turn of foot at Leopardstown was electric, wasn't it? She looks a really, really good filly. And for my one at the head of the market, she'd be my pick. My only concern is Dermot Weld. He's had a good few placed horses, but he's 1 out of 25 for 4% strike rate in the last 14 days. It's not exactly flying, but you know, they're running okay. It wouldn't put me off completely, but it's definitely not a positive. The other ones to mention then, Purple Pay. If William Haggis brings her over here first time out, then that's a tip in itself. Finished up last season for Frederick Rossi in the Criterium International behind Angel Blur and Ancient Rome. They're two colts. So that's a very good run for a filly as a 2-year-old to be mixing it with them. As we said before, Haggis is absolutely flying. So if she was to turn up here, there'd be no ground worries, anything like that. She's an interesting price at 14s. Henry's her horse, Stargirls Amal, nearly won a listed race on her first start. She'd won a barrier trials. They threw her into that. And she got absolutely no run. Bolted up in her maiden then at Dundalk. And was then very, very good at Goran. I think she's a lovely filly. She's probably going to go and improve another couple of pounds, but I think there's every reason to believe that she could go and do that and at least fill one of the places. And then the last one is Villanova Queen. Was behind Homeless Songs at Leopardstown, was third, but didn't get much of a run and was travelling really, really well on the rail that day in the straight. Only beaten a length from 3/4. And I just think the price disparity there between the two of them is a little bit too much. Villanova Queen is 20-1 and Homeless Songs is 3-1. So I know I'm not being very useful throwing up 4 of them there, but I'd be very keen on those 3 outsiders each way, definitely. I think they're all overpriced, to be honest. So I'd be happy to play any of them.
Yeah, 3-year-old fillies, anything could win. I wouldn't be backing Homeless Songs myself. Although she looked very good at Leopardstown that day, she won her first race last year impressively too, and then went off the boil. Two next runs were quite poor. So I'd want to see her do it again and do it consistently a couple of runs in a row before I'd be backing her. Of O'Brien's too, I like History. I think she'd be the better of the two.
Let's see what Joseph O'Brien horse is in this.
No Joseph O'Brien horse. Wait, no.
Donegal?
I give a shout out to Tommy Stack's horse, Hermana Estrella. She won a decent maiden last year as an outsider, 50-1. The horse was second Quick Susie ran very well at Royal Ascot. It was a decent enough maiden. She hasn't been seen since, so taking fitness on trust, but she won first time out last year. Whether she's good enough to jump straight into a Group 1, I don't know, but maybe she also perhaps is a sprinter. She's by Star Spangled Banner, but if he runs her, I'd say she's a decent chance. And then the one I probably will back is the one that Tom mentioned, Villanova Queen, Jessie Harrington's horse. I was full sure she was going to win that day at Leopardstown, beat Agartha and Homeless Songs. Leopardstown sometimes she gets stuck on the rail, don't get a run on the outside. And I think for that reason, she's a lot bigger price than she should be. Jessie's very good at training fillies, has been the last 4 or 5 years, always getting Group 1 wins out of fillies that kind of pop up here and there. I know she's had Alpha Centaura who won 4 in a row, but there's been odd ones as well. And you're like, how did that come up? Andrew mentioned another one, Silence Please, has a filly that has run loads of good races for Jessie. So I think she's way too big a price at 20 to 1. Andrew, any naps and next bests?
I do.
Go on.
I haven't tell you. My nap.
No, not good enough. Tom?
My nap at the prices is Wexford Native each way in the Guineas. I think you're going to have to get on to get that price pretty soon when this video comes out, but because I'm going to take on some of it. But I think he's going to go off.
All for me.
400 each way.
I think he's going to go off about half that price, if not a bit shorter. So if you can get on at 20 to 1, Andrew, we're getting 20. Hollywood Bets got betting up for this.
Yeah, why not? 20 to 1. One to give
Oh, happy days. There you go then. 20 to 1. So if you can get on each way, I think that's a great bet. And the other one, my next best is going to be Alan Kerr. If you can get on him at about 4 to 1, I'd say Lord North, if we get a lot of rain, is questionable to run, and Alan Kerr does no ground worries, and I think he'd have a very good chance.
Andrew.
Good weekend. Good weekend's racing, though.
It is a good weekend's race. Are you ready this time, now?
Sorry, what?
You ready this time?
Yes, my nap David is Silence Please in the 3:10 at York, 3:30 at York. Right?
Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Next best.
My next best is... Oh, I'm stuck between Helping Dream and Missy Sense. Both them each way.
Missy Sense.
Missy Sense.
Missy Sense.
Missy Sense. I'm going to call it that from now on.
Missy Sense. The new horse running in the 1,000 Guineas.
That's what we do. We rename horses. Absolute shit. What about you, Dave? No one cares.
My nap is Villanova Queen each way, and my next best is State of Rest.
Ask the people what their naps. Put them into the script. The comments below, David.
But you just did it.
You do it there. You're the presenter. I'm just coaching you.
Andrew asked me.
No.
Andrew asked me, would you like to put your next best and naps in the comments below, and he will give you a free bet.
No, I don't want. No, I won't. No, I won't. I might.
Is that not good?
Let's see. I'm trying to start.
Andrew, I think it's about time we had some Hollywood Bets, free bets to give out for the listeners.
So do I.
So yeah. Let me see. Leave it with me. I'll come back next week for a new plan.
Next week, I think we need some free bets and some enhanced bets, some enhanced prices.
Pick some merchandise there for anyone who puts their nap down and it wins. We do a draw to give them ice cream.
Dave, please pick the dress. Please pick the dress.
If you put your nap down and it wins, if there's a few of them, we'll do a draw. We'll pick out one person and we'll send a Hollywood Bets goodie bag. There'll be loads of stuff. You might get a dress, you might get a nice scraper, you might get a stress ball. Might get a hat, might get a t-shirt, might get a book with nice Hollywood Bets pages.
Not a book, that's just a page.
Yeah, but the book, I tore it out the book.
You didn't tear it out the book, that's just a bloody refill pad.
A refill pad. You could win a refill pad, courtesy of Hollywood Bets.
It's getting there at the end. So if your nap wins, we do a draw. If it's just one person, then you win.
I think we've some stuff left in Cheltenham as well.
So loads of Hollywood Bets stuff. This room is
guys watching whose girlfriends or wives are looking for presents. That dress will go down absolutely fantastically. I showed it to Siobhan, and I think she nearly hit me. To be honest, it's
lean over anyway with that.
it's flattering.
Flattering. You might need to be a size that's not even a size.
It's like 0.
I'd say minus zero.
-6.
May as well be painted on.
Yeah, -6. Yeah. But it's lovely. You'll have lots of fun with it.
Such a lie.
You'll be saying, "Silence, please." I leaned over. John O'Pemberley.
John O'Pemberley's on the way.
Schlag various. But it'll be fun.
Good times.
And on that note, see you Sunday. Talking pints. Frankie's a cock. See you later.
Wait, no, keep going. I can't find the bloody mouse.
The mouse is gone. Can't turn it off.
We're
back.
We're back. No, say it again.
And on that note, I can't remember what I said. On that note, see you Sunday. Frankie's a cock.
What time?
8 p.m.
Where?
Sponsored by Hollywood Bets.
Yeah.
In the gym, upstairs. Same room we're always in. God knows where Tom will be because he's not at home today.
No, he's out of his
The
Superman
Hollywood
cave.
Bets phone booth is gone.
We really need to get that a thing now. We need to go to the racetrack and get a Hollywood Bets phone booth. Purple thing. Just
Hopefully,
Tom in there getting bets on over the phone like good old, what was it? Oliver Brady used to do it.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, I'll be stopped coughing by then. I'm coughing again.
COVID again.
Probably.
On that note.
I don't care anymore. I don't.
You have the final say of the presenter. My God.
I said it already.
All right. We'll see you Sunday live at 8 o'clock on YouTube.